Welcome back, everyone, and here's a trivia question for you. What do you think that poker and football have in common? So, here's a little spoiler, probably not much. But in chapter 4 of my book, called Outcome Bias, I actually make the case that poker and football have one thing in common, and that's something called resulting, also known as outcome bias. So, what on earth does this mean, you wonder? Well, it's pretty simple, really. Outcome bias, or resulting, both in poker and in football, is simply when we judge the efficacy or the success of a decision based on the result rather than on the process of how we got there. For example, in football, and I see this all the time, and I'm sure you have too, you'll see this player that will completely overcomplicate a play, pass when he should have shot, shoot when he should have passed, and just mess it all up, only for like a freak moment of individual brilliance where he just suddenly passes three players and finishes into the back of the net. And then he'll pat himself on the back and say, well, see, I told you it would be alright. While the process of getting to the goal was completely flawed. I mean, he should have just taken the simple option. But then because he pulled something out of the hat last minute, he'll say, well, see, it ended up all right. The ends justify the means. In chapter 4 of my book, Outcome Bias, I talk about the dangers in football, in life at large, and of course in poker, of evaluating your decisions only based on the result rather than the process from start to finish of how you got there. So don't forget to subscribe, and of course, don't forget to pre-order my book at edwardp.me/yousaysoccer. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.